Over the weekend, the outspoken singer, who a couple years ago came under fire after apologizing to Calais migrants on Britain's behalf and vowing to take in a displaced child. Her reply, none. Was asked how many refugees she's housed since. To be honest, I don't think social services would let me take in any refugees with my reputation. If I had a really big house I would, but all my bedrooms are occupied with children. In 2016 the 33-year-old became emotional while meeting with a 13-year-old boy from Afghanistan who had risked his life trying to board UK-bound lorries. The teenager had been at the since-demolished jungle camp for 2 months. I don't think social services would let me take in any refugees with my reputation, Lily Allen in the BBC aired clip. When asked if she'd house an unaccompanied child, she tearfully replied, 100%. Who wouldn't? These children are being displaced. If there's room for people in my house, I'm going to take them in. I think anyone would. At the time, critics accused her of crying crocodile tears and trying to boost her flagging career, with a former British commander who served in Afghanistan adding, she clearly does not have any understanding of the situation. The following year the mum of two, who has also been branded a champagne socialist, was mocked for going back on her refugee pledge after moaning that she'd be homeless at Christmas because her tenants were refusing to leave her multi-million-pound flat at the end of their contract. Sir Paul McCartney believes a supernatural force formed the Beatles. The rocker says it's no coincidence that he, John Lennon, George Harrison and Ringo Starr formed their legendary band. I often think, how did the Beatles get together? Admits the 75-year-old. 4 guys that lived in a city in the north of England but didn't know each other at first. And then gradually, bit by bit, they got to know each other. And then they happened to be good playing together. I have a very good friend at school who knew John. But if I didn't happen to know my best friend I wouldn't have known John. So he introduced us. I had a bus route that George also shared, so if I hadn't had gotten that bus route I think that there is some kind of magic. Sir Paul also believes this was behind his iconic song Yesterday. I woke up one morning and remembered this dream and this beautiful tune was playing its magic. I dreamed the melody, he revealed. Robert Plant keeps out of trouble these days because he still has 3 prescription pills he was given in the 1970s. The Led Zeppelin frontman, who was infamous for his hard partying at the height of the band's fame, says he retains the unusual keepsake of sedative Quaalude, banned in the US for over 3 decades because of its popularity for recreational use, to remind him of the perils of excess. The label on the bottle says, Robert Plant, for sleeplessness. It looks like an album cover. Reveals the rocker, who now leads a relatively quiet life. 3 Rora 714s, from Schwartz Pharmacy in LA, and I often think to myself, wow, there they are. The former wild man, who turns 70 in August, says he will ring in the landmark birthday with a tame celebration with friends and family. Poison. She recently accused him publicly of trying to her, but Uma Thurman has revealed she is up for working again with film director Quentin Tarantino. The 48-year-old was involved in a car crash which crushed her knees and left her with concussion after Quentin, 55, pushed her into doing a dangerous scene in the 2003 movie Kill Bill. Uma now says, I understand Quentin, and if he wrote a great part and we were both in the right place about it, that would be something else. We've had our fights over the years. When you know someone for as long as I've known him, 25 years of creative collaboration, yes. Did we have some tragedies take place? Sure. It would have been reduced to my car accident if I did, but you can't reduce that type of history and legacy. Uma, who also collaborated with Quentin on cult classic Pulp Fiction, added, my capacity to forgive exists and things happen. I tried to explain that it was the environment around it that wounded me the most. A 5th Rambo movie is set to be made, but the man who made it an international smash. The film, expected to start shooting in September, will see Rambo's path cross with a Mexican drugs cartel. Sylvester Stallone may not be involved due to a possible feud. Sylvester, who first played the Vietnam veteran in 1982, was initially expected to direct as well as star, but that's not now believed to be the case. The actor, 71, who is currently working on another franchise, Creed 2, the follow-up to Rocky's spin-off Creed, and earlier this year was filming Expendables 4, has her creative disagreements with Expendables producer Avi Lerner, who also produces the Rambo franchise. Lerner previously said, "We've got disagreements with Sly, but we've had them for over a year and a half. We agreed on 95% of things, but there are certain things in production we don't agree on. I don't think it's over. In my opinion, it's not dead."